She was soaked in soda, humiliated in front of everyone. But little did they know, this woman was about to turn their entire world upside. The icy cola soared, a dark, slow-motion arc across the opulent lobby. Dr. Lena Hayes watched, horrified as the sticky brown liquid splattered her immaculate white suit, an $800 silk blouse now ruined. Oh, the indignity! Time seemed to freeze as drops clung to her expensive fabric and dripped onto the gleaming marble. Her leather briefcase, holding the fate of a multi-billion-dollar healthcare empire, was drenched. Oops, sneered Mark Daniels, the facility manager, with a smirk so smug it made Lena's blood boil. Maybe you'll think twice before trying to sneak in where you don't belong. How dare he? Little did he know, or anyone in that grand, echoing lobby, that he had just publicly shamed the new CEO of Meridian Health Group, a woman who, in mere minutes, would be unveiled as the youngest African-American chief executive in the company's 67. Just 8 hours earlier, Lena had been in her stunning penthouse, gazing at Lake Michigan, meticulously finalizing her transition. At 34, a brilliant Harvard Medical School alumna and former top consultant, she'd spent 3 grueling months in covert talks with Meridian's board. The previous CEO, gone amidst a colossal embezzlement scandal, the company's stock had crashed, patient satisfaction plummeted, and regulatory fines piled up daily. Meridian wasn't just gasping for leadership, it needed a miracle. And Lena? She was that miracle. Her record shone, spotless. She'd revived 3 failing hospital systems, boosted efficiency by an astounding 67%, and slashed mortality rates. What's more, she'd achieved all this while maintaining industry-leading employee satisfaction. But today wasn't about her resume, it was about making an entrance. The board meeting was set, the official announcement at 2:15. Lena had insisted on arriving unannounced, a quiet observer, eager to truly see the company's heart before anyone knew who she truly was. She'd chosen her outfit with care, a crisp white Armani, delicate gold, and her grandmother's pearl earrings for luck. Her natural hair, styled in a sophisticated updo, exuded both power and grace. At 1:13 p.m., as Lena stepped through the revolving doors, the lobby hit her with its excessive grandeur. Italian marble, crystal, and art worth more than most people's annual salaries. She approached the reception, where a young woman, Sarah, typed furiously. "Good afternoon," Lena offered, her voice warm. "I'm here for the Tulagin board meeting." Sarah looked up, then dismissively down. Her polite facade cracked, revealing skepticism. "Name?" she asked without making eye contact. "Dr. Lena Hayes." Sarah's fingers clacked. "You're not on the list. Perhaps check with the executive assistant." Sarah's tone hardened. "Ma'am, I handle all board logistics. If you're not on my list, you don't belong here." Just then, as if summoned by the escalating tension, Mark Daniels appeared. Mark, 42, had spent 8 years here, rising from janitor to facilities manager, fueled by what he called street smarts. He prided himself on keeping undesirables out. He was a man of instant judgments, rarely swayed. An impeccably dressed black woman claiming a board meeting slot. His assumptions went into overdrive. "Problem here, Sarah?" Mark interjected, blocking Lena's path to the elevators. "This lady says she's for the board meeting, but she's not on the list," Sarah replied, clearly relieved by his presence. Mark's eyes raked over Lena, from her designer heels to her luxury handbag, his disdain growing. "Let me guess," he drawled, arms crossed. "Hear about the cleaning contract. An admin job? Kitchen staff?" The unspoken racism hung heavy, suffocating the air. Conversations across the lobby died, as employees sensed the brewing storm. "Actually," Lena stated, remarkably calm, "I am here for the board meeting. If you would just call upstairs. Lady, whatever game you're playing, it's over now." Mark's voice rose, stepping closer. "This is a real business, not some place you can just waltz into pretending to be someone you're not." Lena's composure was incredible, though her jaw tightened, barely perceptible. Discrimination wasn't new, but this blatant public humiliation, it stung. "Sir, I understand there might be some confusion, but if you'll just—" "No confusion here," Mark interrupted, his voice dripping with condescension. "I see exactly what's happening. You saw us on the news, figured we had money problems, thought you could waltz in with some scam." A crowd had gathered now, cafeteria staff, waiting visitors, security drawn by Mark shouting. All eyes were on the impeccably dressed black woman, publicly accosted by the angry manager. Dr. Evelyn Reed, a senior physician, approached, instinctively recognizing quality. Lena's suit alone cost more than most people earned in a month. But the social dynamics felt all wrong. Board members didn't get grilled at reception. Is there a problem? Reed asked, unconsciously aligning herself with Mark. Just removing someone who doesn't belong, Mark puffed, emboldened. Lena reached for her phone, but Mark snatched it. Oh no, you don't. Probably calling your accomplices. He held it high, a grotesque trophy. Sarah, call security, real security. That's when Mark made his irreversible mistake. Holding a half-finished cola, as Lena reached for her phone, he deliberately, maliciously tipped it forward, drenching her head and shoulders. The cold liquid instantly soaked her silk. Ice cubes scattered across the marble. Her perfect hair was ruined. Soda splattered her briefcase, the one with Meridian's secret strategic plans. The lobby fell utterly silent. An eternity passed. No one moved. Only the drip, drip, drip of cola onto Italian marble. Lena stood, perfectly still. No scream, no tears, no dramatic outburst. Just a terrifying, deadly calm as brown liquid streamed from her hair onto her designer heels. Slowly, deliberately, she reached into her purse. Mark had seized the wrong phone. She had "Excuse me," she said, her voice a whisper, yet chillingly clear, as she dabbed soda from her face. I need to make a call, she dialed from memory. Boardroom, a crisp voice answered instantly. Eleanor, this is Lena. I'm running a few minutes late. Please tell the board I'll be up shortly. From 6 feet away, everyone heard Eleanor's relieved reply. Dr. Hayes, thank goodness. Chairman Harrison was getting worried. Should I send security to escort you? That won't be necessary, Lena replied, her gaze never leaving Mark's ashen face. I think I can find my way. The color drained from Mark's face. Dr. Reed recoiled. Sarah's jaw dropped. The crowd understood. They were witnessing history. Mark stammered. Anyone can pretend to be. Eleanor, Lena continued into the phone, cutting him off. Please also ask HR to prepare termination paperwork for Mark Daniels, facilities manager, effective immediately. Eleanor's voice, loud enough for all, responded, Of course, Dr. Hayes. Shall I call legal as well? That would be appropriate, Lena confirmed. Also, please have someone bring me a towel and a fresh shirt, medium, preferably white. She hung up, finally looking directly at Mark, who now looked like he couldn't breathe. Mr. Daniels, she said, her voice quiet but devastating. You've just assaulted the new CEO of Meridian Health Group in front of witnesses, while I was carrying confidential company documents. The elevator chimed and out stepped Eleanor Vance. Executive Assistant David Kim, Head of Security, and Chairman Harrison, the board's distinguished leader. Harrison, a man of 60, surveyed the scene with an eye honed by decades of corporate power. He saw Lena, soda-soaked, the stunned crowd, Mark's terror. Dr. Hayes, he said, warmly extending his hand. My deepest apologies for this delay. The board awaits your presentation. Mark's knees buckled. This wasn't just an executive. This was the chairman treating the woman he'd just shamed as if she owned the place. Because she would in moments. Mr. Harrison, Lena replied, her handshake firm and calm. Please excuse my appearance. A small incident with building security. Harrison's eyes narrowed, hardening as he turned to David Kim. What kind of incident, David? David, who'd been reviewing security footage on his tablet, cleared his throat. Sir, it appears Mr. Daniels deliberately poured a beverage on Dr. Hayes as she attempted to access the building for the board meeting. He did what? Harrison's voice could have frozen hell itself. Eleanor stepped forward to the garment bag. Dr. Hayes, I have shirt options and a blazer. The executive washroom is just around the corner. Thank you, Eleanor. I'll be a moment. Lena took the bag, her heels clicking a powerful rhythm on the marble as she walked away. The instant she was out of earshot, Harrison unleashed his fury on Mark, a man protecting a multi-billion-dollar investment. Daniels, you poured soda on our new CEO, on the woman who's about to rescue this company, on someone who could sue us into bankruptcy before her first meeting even begins. Mark choked, unable to speak. Dr. Reed, realizing her catastrophic error, tried to intervene. Mr. Harrison, I had no idea she was... Dr. Reed, you stood by and watched. You participated in this harassment. Harrison was beyond furious. He was already calculating legal damages. Sarah, the receptionist, finally found her voice. Sir, she wasn't on the guest list. I followed protocol. Protocol? Harrison's eyebrows shot up. Your protocol was to deny access to the CEO? The woman whose appointment was top secret for security reasons. The chilling implications sank in. This wasn't a simple misunderstanding. It was systemic discrimination. Captured live with witnesses in the lobby. A publicly traded company. Lena emerged, transformed. A crisp white shirt. A sharp navy blazer. Her hair, still damp, now styled into a sleek chignon. She looked every inch the CEO she was. Feeling better? Harrison asked. Much thank you. She turned to the hushed crowd. I know this is unusual, but I want everyone to hear this directly from me. More employees now filled the lobby, drawn by the commotion, whispers spreading like wildfire. My name is Dr. Lena Hayes. At 2:15 today, I will be announced as the new Chief Executive Officer of Meridian Health Group. Her voice resonated across the silent space. I had hoped to spend my first day learning our culture, meeting colleagues. She gestured to her still damp hair. Instead, I've learned we have serious problems with bias, discrimination, and basic human respect. Problems that will be addressed immediately. Mark, in a last desperate plea, stammered, Ma'am, I was just doing my job. Your job, Lena interrupted, her words like precise strikes, was to ensure security, not to make racist assumptions about who belongs here. Your job was to verify credentials, not to assault visitors. Your job was to represent this company professionally, not to humiliate people based on their appearance. Each word was a physical blow, and Mark visibly crumpled. Harrison stepped forward. As of this moment, Mark Daniels is terminated for cause. No severance, no references, immediate removal. The security guards, Mark's former subordinates, now escorted him out. The irony was palpable. Dr. Reed, Harrison continued, you are suspended pending a full investigation into your role. But I didn't do anything, Dr. Reed protested. Exactly, Lena said quietly. You did nothing while watching discrimination unfold. In healthcare, doing nothing when harm occurs is malpractice. Sarah, the receptionist, trembled. Am I fired? Lena studied her. Sarah, you followed what you thought was protocol. But tell me, when someone claims legitimate business, what's your first step? Verify with the appropriate department, Sarah whispered. And did you do that? No, ma'am. I made assumptions. Everyone makes mistakes. Lena's tone softened slightly. The question is what we learn. You're not fired, but you will attend sensitivity training, and your supervisor will review proper verification procedures. Harrison pulled out his phone. Emergency executive meeting. This incident will be thoroughly investigated. Immediate policy changes are coming. Eleanor appeared with her tablet. Dr. Hayes, the board is ready. Shall I announce a brief delay? No, Lena replied. We'll proceed on schedule. This situation has actually provided invaluable insight into the challenges we face. As they moved toward the elevators, Lena turned back to the employees. Understand this. What happened today wasn't just about me. It was about assumptions, stereotypes, and the courage to speak up. Going forward, every employee will be treated with dignity and respect, regardless of race, position, or appearance. She paused, her words sinking deep. Meridian Health Group is about healing. We cannot heal others if we perpetuate harm within our own walls. That changes today. The elevator doors closed. Meanwhile, Mark Daniels walked to the parking lot, clutching a small cardboard box of his belongings. His 8-year career, gone in 8 minutes. His prejudice had cost him everything. His job, his reputation, his future. Social media was already ablaze. Meridian's CEO was trending. Mark sat in his car staring at the building where, an hour ago, he'd felt so powerful. His phone buzzed, a text from his wife. How was your day, honey? He couldn't even begin to answer. The board meeting was unprecedented. Lena, still faintly smelling of cola, presented her strategic plan. Her vision was crystal clear. We're not just fixing finances, she declared. We're rebuilding culture. What happened downstairs wasn't isolated. It was a symptom of deeper issues. Her slides revealed damning research. Minority staff satisfaction at 2.8 and 10, turnover 67% higher for employees of color. Patient complaints about insensitivity up 45%. Catherine Miller, a board member, leaned forward. Lena, what do you propose? A complete cultural overhaul, mandatory bias training for all, anonymous reporting, diverse hiring initiatives, zero tolerance for discrimination. The costs, began CFO Robert Lee. The costs of not changing are higher, Lena interjected. Lawsuits, investigations, shattered reputation, talent drain. We are hemorrhaging money and people. Harrison nodded, impressed. Timeline? 90 days for policy, 100 days for measurable cultural change, 1 year for total transformation. 6 months later, Meridian's lobby shimmered with a new energy. The same marble and crystal, yes, but vibrant with diverse faces on the organizational chart near the entrance. Sarah Martinez, now married, was director of guest relations, her past experience fueling her passion for hospitality and conflict resolution. She'd personally spearheaded the new visitor system, ensuring no one would ever again be judged by assumptions. Ellen Reed, her suspension and training completed, now chaired Meridian's Diversity and Inclusion Committee, using her own experience to educate others on unconscious bias. These weren't mere surface changes. Patient satisfaction soared to unprecedented highs. Employee turnover plummeted by stock prices recovered, then exceeded pre-scandal levels. 3 major medical journals had featured Meridian as a case study in transformation, drawing immense prestige and top-tier talent. Lena Hayes stood in that very spot, once humiliated, now addressing 200 employees at Meridian's first annual Diversity and Excellence Awards. Change isn't born from a single incident, she said, her voice strong, looking out at a sea of diverse faces. It's born from people choosing to do better. Every single day. Behind her, a screen showed Mark Daniels' LinkedIn part-time at a small clinic in another state, his career irrevocably derailed by 8 minutes of prejudice. Everyone deserves dignity. Everyone deserves to be judged by character and qualifications, not by stereotypes. The applause was thunderous. Doctors, nurses, administrators, cafeteria staff, security, all united by Lena's vision. 6 months ago, someone poured soda on me right here because they couldn't imagine a black woman belonging in a board meeting. Today, we boast black department heads, Latino executives, Asian specialists, leaders from every background, she smiled, recalling the chilling moment the cola drenched her suit. Sometimes, the most humiliating moments become the catalyst for the most profound change. Today, Meridian doesn't just heal patients. We heal communities. We heal each other. Her story, a testament to dignity against discrimination, became a blueprint for transformation far beyond those corporate walls. True justice isn't just about punishment. It's about building a world where no one else endures what you did.